Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Private Practice Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today on this bite-sized episode where I'll give you an actionable step. So, of course, as you can hear, there's no intro today and there's no outro. It's because I'm on leave, and we're just in the car and we're actually driving back from Ballarat to Hepburn in Victoria, Australia. It's a really beautiful day today. It's a lovely 18 degrees and it's so sunny, and everywhere I look there's cows with their babies, with their little calves, and there's lambs, and some of them have already been shorn and others haven't. It's so beautiful, and all the dams and creeks are flowing. It's just abundance everywhere. Okay, so let's get into the short, sharp thing that you can action today that will help you grow your audience. And if you're somebody who has low ticket offers, so that's anything for your clients under $100, so it doesn't matter what profession you are, if you've got something that they can buy from you, might be a therapy planner, it might be a wellness planner, it could be your affirmation deck, whatever it is, this will work for you, and it's going to work for you on Instagram. Okay, so what I want you to do is choose one thing that's low ticket that you really want to sell. Okay, choose one thing that's low ticket that you really want to sell and that solves a problem for your clients. So not just something that you made because you love it, but something that you made that has already got some sales. Okay, not something that you made that's been sitting on your website but you haven't made a sale from yet. The reason for that is because if you've made sales, then you've essentially tested the market and you know there's a market for it. Okay, so take that thing and I want you to focus on that thing for 30 days. That's all you're going to do, and every single day I want you to do a story. So the stories disappear after 24 hours. So don't worry, you're not spamming people. Nobody's going to get upset with you. But I want you to do a story every day for the 30 days. And I want you to always include a call to action that says something like, click here to get it, or here's the link, or click me, or something like that. And use the sticker on Instagram that's got the link on it that goes straight to your checkout page, not the sales page, just the checkout page. Why? Because we don't want to overwhelm people with information, because when they get overwhelmed they don't buy. So just take it straight to your checkout page and test it to make sure that the checkout page is actually working. And then what I want you to do is, after you have posted that story, straight away I want you to add it to your highlights. So in case you don't know, the highlights are the circles underneath your profile. So you might have a circle that says FAQs, for frequently asked questions, things like that. But I would love you to create a highlight that's called tips or resources or tools or goodies or something like that. And what I want you to do is click on the story that you've created, and you'll have an option there to add it to your highlights. Tap add to highlights and then choose the highlight that says tips or tools or resources or whatever cool name you're going to give that highlight. Now, what this will do is it will mean that forever now, whenever somebody goes to check out your highlights and they go to tap on the highlight that you've named tips or tools or resources or whatever, they'll forever be able to go and buy that low ticket product. Okay, so do you love it? Now, of course, you only need to save it to your highlights once, but I want you to post every single day. Okay, so post whatever you normally post. It could be your carousel, could be your reel. Do your regular posts as you always do. Don't change that. Or if you're not posting, okay, that's fine. Just post a story every single day. for 30 days. And it could be about anything. You might just have a GIF of you. You might have a picture of you. You might have a picture of your office. Something that can really help with this is if you have a printed copy of whatever it is you're selling, have that and flip through it or hold it up and wave it around in front of the camera. If you've got an iPhone, you can do this. Just prop your iPhone up somewhere at eye level, and you can set the timer on your iPhone. So you might set it for 10 seconds so that you can run away from the phone, get yourself set up, and then, dance around with your little thing, or wiggle it, or wave it around, or flip through it, or whatever it is. It's another idea. You could have it resting on a coffee table with a cup of coffee and a pen. You could have it open on the keyboard or on the desktop of your desk. You might have it at a cafe. You might have it half poking out of your handbag or your briefcase. You might have it sitting propped up on a cushion on the chair in your office. You might have somebody else reading it. You might have a group of people standing around reading it, smiling, right? It could be anything. You might even put it with your favorite pet and make it look like the pet is reading it for homework. It doesn't matter what you do, and it doesn't have to take a lot of time or a lot of thought. You don't always have to use a photo either. Just have fun with it. Really just have fun with it. So a little story every single day. And you're going to wonder, you're going to say, what do I write for 30 days? Well, you could think about 5 little problems that your low ticket offer solves. You could talk about 5 things they're going to get. You could talk about 5 things it includes. You could talk about 5 myths and facts. You could talk about your perspective. You could talk about your philosophy. You could talk about how this is different. All those kinds of things, right? And if you get really stuck, why don't you go on to ChatGPT and say, I have to do 30 stories. Brooklyn said I've got to do 30 stories where I'm promoting my, $37 thing, or my $17 thing, or my $7 thing. I love sevens. I love sevens and I love 9s. So just put an odd number on the end of it and you'll be right. But ask ChatGPT. And here's a second tip. Say to ChatGPT, this is what I want to do. I need to come up with 30 captions for stories for Instagram that will sell my, name of your product and price. And say, please ask me any questions you need in order to write the 30 captions for me. And he will say, okay, no problem. Here are a couple of questions that I've got for you. What are you selling? How many pages is it? What do they get? What's the result? What problem does it solve? Who's it for? Do you know what I mean? All those kinds of things. So do that. And you watch. You will start to make sales. And you could do it for 30 days. You might say, I'm going to do this one for 7 days, Brooklyn, because I've got a few things. And you could rotate them. So you might do one low ticket product for a week, and then you might take a second one, do that one for a week. Just rinse and repeat the process. And then if you've got a third one, take that one. And each time you do it, for each product, I want you to make sure that you also add each product to your highlights, okay? And then in later posts, redirect people to the highlights so that they can go and find all your good stuff. And this is how you start to make a passive income stream for your private practice. Now, will it land you a client? It can absolutely land you a client. The other thing that it can do is if you write like something that's so good and it's so helpful, what will happen is people will go back to your highlight, whatever you've called it, they'll tap on that and they'll say, what else has she got? And they'll buy the next thing, and then they'll buy the next thing, and they're just going to consume your stuff, right? You have a think about people's stuff that you've purchased. When you like it, you go back and you purchase more. Yeah? That's right. So this is exactly what's going to happen for you too. So I would say go and create a little highlight now. So you've got it there, and then commit to yourself. Choose a product and go hard. 30 days. That's if you've got one product. If you've got 2 or 3 or 4 products, just play around and say, okay, I'm going to do this one for 7 days. I'll do the next one for 7 days. I'll do the next one for 7 days. I'll do the next one for 7 days. At the end of 28 days, you're going to have 4 products in your highlight reel that are there forever that people will be able to buy. And you watch, money will start coming in. And then those people will go back. They'll start looking for what else can I buy? They're going to buy it. So use that little highlight reel for your private practice as a shop front. That's exactly what you're doing. And it can absolutely lead to clients. We'll talk about other ways that this can lead to clients in another episode, all right? But for now, I wanted to just keep it short and sweet. All right, so I hope this was really, really helpful. If you found it helpful, please leave me a review. If you're not in my community yet, it's called The Ultimate Private Practice. It's free, it's on Facebook, and I provide free training and resources in there. You're most welcome to download them. And yeah, if you've got any questions about starting or growing your private practice, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. Otherwise, have a gorgeous day, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye.